Rolling down Highway 95, sailing through a hometown countryside. Move on over, stand aside my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi once again, everyone, and welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. And we are headed to the jungle at Huron High School. As you see in front of you, the Margaretta Polar Bears invading the jungle tonight to take on the Huron Tigers in SBC Bay Division action. Huron off to a slow start in the Bay, has really been turning things on as of late. So a big game for them to keep pace as we look at the great mural that is up on the wall at Huron High School. And they don't come much better than that. Well, we got the polar bear over at Margaretta, and both expertly done. Band is on the scene tonight, so it is Friday night and time for basketball. And no better place to be than a high school basketball game on a Friday. You kind of scour around the stands and you pick out faces like, oh man, I haven't seen them for a while. Cheerleaders from both sides getting cranked up and ready to welcome their teams onto the floor to get set for the Spay Division battle tonight in Huron. Margaretta's been kind of an up and down team this year, and again, you're going to have that when you have such young players involved. Julian Washington woke up just in time for the ball game to get started. And down along press row, everybody has the boards ready to get started tonight. Polar Bear fans cheering for their bunch, dressed in green tonight. And somehow, when you head to Huron, you know you're always going to run across some of the same faces you see all the time. It's like going to a game in Castalia. You know you're going to run across the same bunch there, too, because they really are faithful in supporting their troops, for sure. At the end of the floor, the Tigers on the near end, and Margaretta warming up at the far end. Dan Bluegill's on the scene.
That's a big close-up. That's pretty good.
And he's got a word to critique everything.
Okay. Hi.
Really what this is, folks, is welcome to the Styx Joffrey Show.
Get this guy.
Coach Bo right in the middle of all the action down on the sidelines.
Come on. Come on.
And George is in the house.
We had these guys.
That means it's time for Huron basketball. Ladies, dig me. Well, or dig my... Didn't catch the bottom of the shirt. He knew the camera was on the whole time. Just waiting to...
Yeah, let's go Tigers!
I love it. Love it. Nothing like the atmosphere of high school basketball. It's Little Bo. saying, Grandpa, don't you wish you ever could have dribbled like this? You could have been a player. That's pretty good for a guy that size, I'm telling you.
Hey, Tommy.
Bobby James, head coach of the Huron Tigers. Now back off. Remember one time earlier this year, there's Steve Keller of Margaretta. They put our broadcast spot for radio up behind the Huron bench, and it lasted one game. Bobby said, get them out of here. I don't want them hearing what I'm saying. Margaretta student bunch, ever faithful, ever filled with that polar bear spirit. $20,400. Wow. To the Huron Athletic Boosters. Not too shabby. Appreciated by all. And get set. We've got Huron. We've got Margaretta. It's next on the North Coast Game of the Week. What? I see sunshine. It's like one of the only times you'll see it is on tape. Restore Pro Disaster Cleanup and Restoration, bringing you tonight's first quarter of the Game of the Week. And also brought to you by Noble Pins, Duck Pin Bowling in downtown Sandusky at the Marketplace at the Cook. Tigers ready to take the floor. As are the Polar Bears, freshman Julian Washington for Margaretta, senior Dylan Holler for Huron, and we are underway. Margaretta gets the first solid possession, but that doesn't last very long. Luke Rager, wearing number 1, who directs the Huron offense. Rager trying for the save, so we've had a couple of possessions and nobody's got a shot off as of yet. And that remains the case. First shot wins. It's Rager out top. Judy Keller guarding Adam Murray. And so far, it has been all defense and turnovers to start this game at the Jungle. Keller missing the shot, and Jackson McNulty scraping off the rebound. Both teams opening up on the frigid side. Rager triggering the inbounds for Dylan Holler. Wouldn't be unusual to see Holler knock down a shot like that. Nice spin move to the hole by Judy Keller, another freshman for the Polar Bears. We'll take another look right here for Matthews Ford. Keller in the head fake and the 3. Gets his defense moving one away and spins away from it to the basket and gets the first 2 points of the ball game on the board for the Polar Bears. Pull-up jumper by Luke Rager knots this ball game up. Matthews Ford gives you a great second look right here at Rager with that pull-up jump shot from the line. Nothing but net, and we've got a tie ball game in the early going at 2 apiece. Julian Washington with the inbounds pass. Gage Bodie tried to tiptoe along that sideline. It just wasn't going to happen. Knocked away by the Tigers, and Judy Keller starts things all over again, trying to break up this 2-all tie early in the contest. So far, more whistles than buckets. Judy Keller on the offensive boards for Margaretta. The drive to the basket by Washington. And Keller, all about position. You don't have to be the biggest kid on the floor to be the winner of the rebounding battle. And Keller proves it right there. Nice feed from Holder to Murray for 2. And the Tigers knotted up on our Civista Bank scoreboard. You see that look in the background of all the bleachers, and the stand's pretty filled up for this ball game. Students from both sides, they don't come to sit and watch. They're all on their feet. Gage Bodie back out front for Keller. Bodie to launch it, and it's scraped down by Holler. From one end to the other. And that gives the Tigers their first lead of the contest. Jake Legando on the boards for Huron. Fuller off the inbounds. Well contested by Julian Washington. Ball stays with Margaretta. Pretty much signature of Bobby James teams anyway to play pretty good lockdown defense. They always will make you earn whatever you get. And we're getting a look at that early in this contest tonight. Rager with a rim rattler. Rebounded by Washington, and the Polar Bears are on the attack once again. That time from distance. Boy, Holder again doing what he does so well, and that's just attack the rim. Even when it looks like there's not a whole lot of room with which to operate, Holder will find a way. He's kind of picking his way through traffic. Nice kiss off the glass. And the Tigers are in business. Looks like he even absorbed a little slap to the face as well. always say sit down on defense. That was a little bit too literal interpretation right there as Holler heads to the line as the help defense couldn't get there in time. The Tigers off to a good start in this SBC Bay Division battle. Keller just had the look in his face from the time he let that ball go that there was all sorts of confidence that that thing looked good and it was going down. Deep in the corner. Perfect. Being the son of a head coach, you know he spent a lot of time in the gym playing a lot of basketball. Tigers working the perimeter right here, looking for that opening to get inside, and if there is an opening, Holler will find it. Closed down well by the Polar Bears on defense on that sequence. Good strip by Keller. And I love a great bounce pass. And that one qualifies right there. Watch Keller at work at the defensive end. Whoop! It's from the blind side, getting that hand in, coming up with a clean steal. And then this, right through traffic. That is nicely done. And the head fake by Gage Bodie draws the foul from McNulty. Gage Bodie with a couple of free throws for the Bears. We're now back up by 2 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. You can see Margaretta's defense well aware of when Dylan Holler has the ball. He draws a lot of attention. They know he loves to attack the paint. And you get a lot of defense collapsing down. But Holler is so good at recognizing that and knowing where the help came from, and then makes it easier to find the open man, like right there. 1 quarter in the books. Solid one for both teams. Good close contest as we end up our first 8 minutes of basketball. As we watch Keller once again with a steal and assist on his drive to the basket. Quarter number 2 up next. Stay with us. Back out to the mouth of the Huron River once again, and a little tease of summertime as we bring you the exact opposite. Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield will bring you our second quarter activity tonight. Ohio's first and finest. The Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts for everybody. Equal opportunity at the Old Fish House. Everybody gets the knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts just for walking in the door. Boy, that looks nice, doesn't it? Lady in the middle agrees with me. Yep. Summertime, green, warmth. Margaretta, 2-point lead as we head to quarter number 2, and Huron in possession of the basketball. Tigers love to attack the rim, but they'll also be patient and wait for that best scoring opportunity possible, as you see it right there from Jake Legando. Legando setting the screen, rolling off of it. Rager finding him out top. over the outstretched arms of Evan Miller on defense. It does a nice job in the checkout, but no checkout needed right there because it was picture perfect. Tigers with it back off the Margaretta turnover. Gando with a nice head fake and then take to the basket. Draws a couple of free throws out of the deal. All swatted away by that interior Tiger defense. Now trying to take advantage at the other end, unable to finish off, and Judy Keller scrapes off the rebound for the Polar Bears. And there's Julian Washington doing his thing, driving through traffic to earn a couple of free throws for the Polar Bears. This is Bringing the Heat, and it's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated since 1889. Keller off the defensive glass and the outlet pass to Washington, who has his sights set on the finish. Despite the odds and all sorts of Huron defense to turn that away and now make Washington earn it at the free throw line. Yep, that's Bringing the Heat, and it's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. Well, it was well conceived, just didn't quite get it finished. Time Holler directing the offense, and Rager with a pull-up jumper. Let's see Principal Tim Lamb in the background doing a great job of officiating. Been around the basketball floor a few times. Very able-bodied helper for the guys in stripes. Judy Keller again doing some good work on the defensive glass for Margaretta. Get that dribble down quite in time, and that'll give the ball back to Huron. Little did he know we caught him on camera. That's a nice reverse by Adam Murray. If at first you don't succeed, give it another try. This one just a couple of minutes earlier, but this is going to result in our play of the game for Civista Bank. They are focused on you, and we are focused on Adam Murray. See Adam pop out into the corner and then do that backdoor cut on the baseline and to the other side. Nicely done. That's Adam Murray, and he is the author of this week's Play of the Game, and it's brought to you by Civista Bank. Focused on you. It is kind of a cheapy little whistle, but a whistle nonetheless. Huron with a 1-point lead. This is Gage Bodie to inbound it. Look at Luke Rager at work on defense. Getting the fast break started. Bodie keeps the possession alive. Julian Washington shot, then Rager to the floor. And a quick timeout called by Bobby James to save that possession for the Tigers. Special thanks going out to the following businesses. Please support these local enterprises. Tigers basketball off the timeout. Adam Murray. Washington on the rebound for the Bears. Luke Rager got himself situated in the right spot to get that fast break handle, knocked away from Scroggins and out of bounds. Huron with a 1-point lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Margaretta trying to do something about that right here. Is that kick out? Rebounded by Holler. You know how you can be contested like that, bumped around, people getting hands on the ball, and still somehow keep yourself under control. This is again a basketball savvy player right there in Dylan Holler. And the Tiger defense earning the possession back for their offense once again. Trying to build on a 3-point lead as we approach 3 minutes left to go in our first half. Boy, Holler just knows where the basket is, doesn't he? That's the largest lead of the ball game now, triggering a Margaretta timeout as the Tigers jump up on top 20-15, all via the Dylan Holler play right here. Don't ask me the question how, folks. You just watch and appreciate the work of Holler. Got everybody in the house smiling that's wearing red and gray anyway. Signs of good business up next. Please support these local area businesses. Brady Signs, the Crimus Company, Noble Axes, Pizza House West, J Bistro, 5-point Huron lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard. So triggered that Margaretta timeout. Off the timeout, Gage Bodie makes it a 3-point ball game. And amongst 3 defenders, still finds a way to knock it home. Dylan Holler finding a way to save that possession for Huron. Civita just off by a tad on that deep one from the corner. Good patience here by the Tigers. And Rager goes into attack mode and draws a couple of free throws. Not happy after the first shot. A little bit more satisfied after shot number 2, putting Huron up by 4. Just about a minute and a half before halftime. Gando on the rebound, and here comes Luke Rager. Rager once again drawing a couple of free throws here to again put the Tigers up by 5, and now their biggest lead of the game at 6 with a minute to play in the half. Julian Washington very happy with that finish as we take another look here for Matthews Ford. Nice look down low for Washington, who will finish it and 1. So they cut that lead of Huron in half, narrow it down to 3 points. Nicely defended by Washington. You can see it made the Margaretta students very happy. It's Washington playing good defense because he helped close out, and then look at the airborne effort on defense. Swatting that 3 out of midair. Kohler cut off on the baseline, so he'll trigger it out to Murray. And look at that hustle by Luke Rager to keep that possession alive and get 2 on the board to stretch the lead out to 5. Just flat out hustle by Rager. Margaretta looking to score last here in the first half. And perfectly done to make this a 2-point ball game at the break. Huron 25 and Margaretta 23. Your fan of the week is up next for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. Little Bo giving a dribbling clinic before this one got started. Yep, fans of the week, they can be of any age, folks. It's pretty good when you can dribble a basketball half your size like that. That's your fan of the week, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort, Ohio's first and finest, located in Mansfield. Tigers by 2, second half action coming up next. You're with TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week, and we're glad you are. Off to Huron Rotary Club Centennial Park as we get ready to get our third quarter started, which will be sponsored by Heart Tongue Title, one of the great names supporting local athletics for generations all over the North Coast. Thanks to the folks at Heart Tongue Title, Ed and the whole bunch. Noble Crafts, Craft Tavern and Shop, all located at the Marketplace at the Cook in downtown Sandusky, combining efforts to bring you tonight's third quarter between Huron and Margaretta as we open the second half with Huron holding that 2-point lead. Great job by Tate Bailey to finish up the first half with that long 3, and it makes it a 2-pointer as we head into the third quarter of activity here in the jungle. Margaretta with first possession here in the second half. Jackson McNulty clears off the rebound for Huron, and the Tigers go to work trying to increase that lead. Little pick and roll action for McNulty, who will head to the free throw line to try and build on Huron's advantage. One out of two at the line for Jackson, and the Tigers are up by 3 at 26-23. Bailey for Bodie that wouldn't go, but Margaretta's possession continues until Dylan Holder puts on a show. Nothing to get the fans rolling like a slam. You don't see many of them in high school hoops, so when you get them, it's just sends the hometown fans into sheer ecstasy. That is just as smooth as could be by Holder. Great anticipation on the steal, and he turns it into 2 on the dunk. So Huron now by 5. So Polar Bears try and stay within range right here, and there is Evan Miller, who really shoots those threes pretty well. It's not that time. Keller trying to force the turnover. It'll stay with Huron. Well, when even it's incidental that caused a disruption in play, that's when the official blows the whistle. Teams trading turnovers. It results in a Holder layup. And the Tigers now with their biggest lead of the ball game by 7. Interesting exchange right here. Murray throwing it to where McNulty used to be. McNulty actually made a nice move to the basket, but look at the defensive Holder getting it right back into the hands of Adam Murray. And this is just so well done because it's after you get a turnover. First idea is attack the basket. Tigers do it to perfection and build their lead to 7. Thanks to the following businesses for their support. In turn, please support these area local businesses: Matthews Ford, Cook Aluminum, Hermes Parker Concrete, Noble Fun, Steinemann Hafner Insurance, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnome's Podiatric Medicine, Tom's Trophy Shop. Margaretta ball now down by 7. And in a game where defense dominates, you don't want to fall behind by too much. This makes it a lot more difficult to come back when points have not been aplenty. Tigers starting to open up some distance right now. Up to a 9-point lead midway through the third quarter. Polar Bears now, these possessions becoming rather critical. Dylan Holder says, Hello. Goodbye for now. We'll be back in a moment, but first, signs of good business. Please support these local area establishments: Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Sandusky Bay Pancake House, S&H Blinds and Floors, Cameo Pizza, Capizzi's Pizzeria, and Schmidt Architects. Margaretta now needs some offense, and they need stops at the other end. There's Judah Keller, just what the doctor ordered at this point in time. On our Civista Bank scoreboard, Huron, a 33-25 advantage over Margaretta. Huron now by 9 after Holler gets done hitting 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Julian Washington. Well, I'll tell you what, between Keller and Washington, we're going to be saying their names an awful lot here in the next 3 years after this one's done. Just tough, absorbing a little abuse on the way and still finishing for a much-needed Margaretta basket. They all are when you're down by 7 in the second half. Well, the alley-oop attempt from Legando to McNulty, and Jackson at the free throw line. The look of anguish tells you the result of the first one. Second one a little bit better, and the Tigers are back up by 8 again at 35-27. And here goes Dylan Holler again. Washington did a great job of breaking up that momentum to the basket. And now Holler will have to earn it at the free throw line. Tigers up to a double-digit advantage here in the third quarter. McNulty on the tip to Holler. And a reaching foul on the Bears will keep the ball in Huron's possession. This is a call that was somewhat questioned by Coach Keller. And another good look right there. The hands reaching in, and the official saying a little bit too aggressive. So Huron gets the ball back against the Margaretta pressure, which the Polar Bears pretty much forced into right here. And that's what happens if the defense beats that pressure. Results in a nice 3 for Legando and a 13-point Margaretta lead and a Margaretta timeout. Too much contact that time by Luke Rager. Bobby James kind of getting a little chuckle out of the call. This is the amazing part of Dylan Holler. He can block shots from anywhere. He can be behind you. A lot of times you block shots from behind, it's like an instant foul call. But with the range he has, he can get up, knock that thing away from behind without any contact, and make a great defensive play out of it. Tigers get a stop and go back to work at the offensive end once again with Adam Murray. Cleared by Luke Rager, and a Huron timeout to save that possession. amazing, isn't it? You just look at what this young man can do, and you know, you can say the same stuff about Holder, whether he's playing football, whether he's playing in the spring, whether he's playing basketball. I mean, he just has such a great feel for the game, is a natural, does it so well, and that's almost like an impossible baseline drive that very few people can finish off, but to Holder, it's just kind of routine. Hayden Wiley drills one from behind the arc. Margaretta unique in the fact they've got big guys like Wiley and Miller that can step outside the line and knock those down. Which kind of complicates the issue as far as defending them is concerned. Wiley right there on the defensive glass for Margaretta. And the Bears on the attack once again. And Wiley can post it up down low and do that. That's what I mean. These guys can be hard to defend when you can knock down a three. And then on the next possession you come down, as you look again for Matthews Ford, you post up on your defender. Washington spots him. And a great post move with that little jump hook to the basket. Nicely done by Wiley. Polar Bears trying to hang around here, need defensive stops. Don't get it there. And Huron hangs on to their advantage of 12 points. Turnover Polar Bears. And there's your Civista Bank scoreboard showing Margaretta down by a dozen now with Huron, with another chance to open up some more space. Both these teams coach so well. Huron not in any particular hurry. With the lead, they can work some time off the clock. Margaretta's defense equal to the challenge on that last possession. Now buys it back for the offense. And Keller going to work, sitting down on defense against Rager. The Rager and the Tigers, again, taking their time. Won't stop attacking, but it's going to have to be a really good look. Bowler just a little bit too strong at the buzzer, and the Tigers holding a 12-point lead after 3. Up next is your Super Fan of the Week for Sandusky Bay Pancake House.
Because I love it here. That's why, Tom. Where else would I rather be than right here, watching two great teams play basketball?
Where are you going with that card?
It says I'm going to Sandusky Pancake House. Thank you.
Don Hardy. If there's a definition of super fan, there it is right there. Your Sandusky Bay Pancake House Super Fan of the Week on our Game of the Week. Don Hardy from Huron. And the Tigers lead it by 12. How will this one come out? You'll find out by hanging around for quarter number 4 coming up next. And enjoy this final look tonight, folks, at the Huron River in the warmth of summertime. Noble Axes, axe throwing in downtown Sandusky, is going to sponsor our fourth quarter of activity here between Huron and Margaretta. Fourth quarter also sponsored by the world-famous Paddle Bar, located in downtown Sandusky. One of the highlights of any trip downtown, a stop. Well, why wouldn't you stop at some place that's world famous, for crying out loud, you know? Come on. Yep, absolutely. These guys totally agree. Look at this guy. He's absolutely advertising for us as well. Gotta love it, man. Marketing 101. Huron to start the fourth quarter with a basketball and a 12-point lead. Aiden Wiley unable to finish up that tray. And now Huron built that big advantage in the third quarter. Now out to protect it here in the fourth. You space out a defense and you're looking to create openings or create opportunities at the free throw line, like Dylan Holler has right here, to turn this into a 14-point ball game with just over 7 minutes left to play. Julian Washington doing what Margaretta needs right now. They need to get up shots. And then at this end, of course, they need to get stops, and they can't let Huron run too much time off the clock. You got to gamble a little bit on defense. We'll see some double teaming of the basketball. Man, this is just Dylan Holler being Dylan Holler. He is right up on that rim. And then manages to finish off this putback. McNulty quickly getting that shot up, and Holler attacking. And see, you got a little swat from behind, plays right through it. And, you know, you watch him, you watch his facial expressions, nothing ever really changes. He's just business personified out on that floor. Judah Keller. Margaretta trying to cling to life. At their end, you've got Gage Bodie right here as we look again for Matthews Ford. And they kick out to Keller. After sizing things up, shoots it over the outstretched arms of Rager and knocks that thing down. So the Bears back to within 11, but again, right here is where you need quick stops. And with that guy patrolling underneath, it's very difficult. So Huron is a team that is very difficult to come back against because of the fact that they have such great possessions on offense, don't normally make a lot of mistakes, and then they're going to make you work for everything you get, which at the same time is eating valuable time off that clock. But Julian Washington finishes off that possession in nice fashion for the Bears. The lead at 11 right now for Huron. See the clock in the background. We're down to about 5 minutes left to play in this one. Under any other circumstance, if it were a close game, the shot that McNulty had in the paint a little bit earlier probably would have taken. Oh my, Holler even does gymnastics well, for crying out loud. That's kind of scary though when you see that. It's like, my gosh, that had to hurt. We'll look again here for Matthews Ford and how all of that took place. But Holler in all-out attack mode, this is the way it's going to happen sometimes. Look at, he sees that lane to open up. He sees Rager attacking. He goes after it. Look at this. Holy mackerel. Oh, my. It hurts to even watch. Holder just taking a minute to make sure all the bones are where they're supposed to be. And then knocks down a couple of free throws. No problem. Whew. Man, that's scary. Thankfully, he landed right. I saw why isn't us humans couldn't have cat-like instincts and just land on our feet all the time. 15-point Tiger advantage right here. Polar on the defensive glass as well, and the outlet for Rager. Margaretta forced into that time of the game where if Huron starts to take too much time, they've got to get after the ball and create something that's going to stop the clock. Murray got that nice wide open look at a three and made the Polar Bear defense pay. And the Tigers are pumped. Well, see all the defense collapsing, and it leaves Murray open, and he's pretty dead on from that range. And that increases the Tiger lead to a game-high 18 points. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises, Skate World, Ghostly Manor, Restore Pro, BGSU Firelands College, Wake Up and Waffle, Cold Water Company, Heartland and Wilkin, Custom Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Helene Kia, Schmidt Architects, offensive rebound by Hayden Wiley. It would have been big for the Polar Bears to finish that one up, and then the ball on the out-of-bounds line, giving it back to Huron and Holer, who is going in for the jugular right here. Holer with a 30-point night. And you throw in the rebounds, the assists, the block shots, and this young man has put this team on his shoulders, as good senior leaders should do. It's Daniel Gibson this time up the floor for Margaretta. Gando getting that out of harm's way. Austin Dillery knocked away in the paint, and Huron protecting this lead now on their way to a big Bay Division victory here in the jungle. Both teams with a lot of different bodies on the floor right now. Gibson drawing the foul. Well, you thought he was drawing the foul. He thought it. I thought it. And not so much. Ryan Graybill unable to knock down the three, but it's fouled in by Keaton Lynn. See, the missed shot creates opportunities for teams that are willing to go in and win offensive rebounds. And Lynn answering the challenge right there for the Tigers. Shot rejected out of there by the Tigers, and there's your final look at the Civista Bank scoreboard, with the Tigers having a huge second half, especially third quarter, which pretty much decided this issue, 62-39, and the Tigers with a big Bay Division victory. As we head down toward the end of this season, only a few more weeks to go, and it's on to tournament time, for crying out loud. Girls' draws have already taken place. Boys' draws right around the corner. So look out. Player of the game up next, being brought to you by Noble Axe's Axe Throwing in downtown Sandusky. And I don't think you're going to come up with a whole lot of drama out of this one tonight, folks. I'm going to look at this pass from Bailey again, being snuffed out by Holler, and then slamming down 2 of his 30 on the night, earning him our player of the game honors. Dylan Holler of the Huron Tigers, brought to you by Noble Axe's Axe Throwing, located in downtown Sandusky. Well, that's it for this game of the week. Huron a 62-39 winner over Margaretta. Next time we get together, it is the rematch. The first time these two teams got together, they scored 170 some odd points. I think 173, if I'm not mistaken. They're getting together in the big house, and we'll have it for you. Sandusky High and Perkins up next when we meet again on TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. We will see you then.